Hey guys, my name is Captain Giroux and that's James Claxton, and I'm going to show you how to make chicken makhani, otherwise known as butter chicken. To make butter chicken, what you need is onions, green peppers, and tomatoes, all of which are found at your local food market, so it's not too much of too many food miles. You also need butter, which again is found at Giant basically, and that's not too many food miles either, and salt. Well, the areas where the food miles really get high are with all of these little spices. The cumin powder, the garam masala, and the chili powder are mainly, and of course garlic ginger paste are mainly made in India, and they're flown here, so the food miles can rack up there. Along also with the coriander leaves, they're also they're grown here, so that's pretty low too. And almonds and cashews. So, and of course, chicken. Make sure you have your chicken cut before you start cooking. And we have the oil in the pan about to be heated. Right.
Okay, to begin the process, you need to start by removing the lid of your chicken and adding in 3 ingredients. Salt to start, just a generous kind of spread. Next, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. And 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Alright. These need to be mixed thoroughly and then added to the oil pan. Alright, so after a few minutes of letting our oil heat up, we now add our mixed chicken with all of our spices. Try to avoid splashing hot oil on yourself. It doesn't feel good. Side. Okay, and now we let this simmer.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. Okay, so after having let this simmer, not fully cooked, and during the process you have to stir to make sure you get an even cooking. Alright, and now you turn off your burner. Turn off your burner and remove the chicken from the oil, but be careful to leave the oil in the pan.
Guys, we got all the fried chicken out and we can still have this little oil in here. And we're going to use this to make the gravy for the butter chicken. The first thing you do is add a little cumin. It could be in seeds or powder. I'm just going to use a little powder. So you just add that all around. And next you add the onions. Be careful not to splash. I gotta be really careful. Alright. There we go. Now we are just gonna have to add all these onions and mix them up a bit. And we want our gravy to be liquidy, so we're gonna add some water. So just add water whenever you have all the brownness on the onions. So just now will be a good time. Right. Well, all you need is a little glass. Get the water from the sink. And again, be careful not to splash. There, now it's all liquid. Will be easy to mix. Again, be careful not to splash like I just did. Should probably increase this a bit. Alright, so now we add the tomatoes and green peppers, one by one. Oh wait, no. Before I forget, gotta add the garlic paste. Just again a little bit. Would be good. Okay, now we add the tomatoes. So we have the green peppers. Just add that. You think these are optional because they'll just blend out into the gravy. So if you want a little spice, you can add those. If not, you know, that's your choice. You'll also add the tomatoes. And the tomatoes are helpful to bring out the little color that you want. And if you want the restaurant color, you want to add a little food coloring once it's all mixed. But this is for like home, so we don't need to add that food coloring. So we just have to mix all this up. Alright, so before we blend all of this, we should also add some red chili powder, just a little bit. This would also help with the color. And so get that in. And we also want to have some cumin. These are cumin leaves, but you could use powder. Coriander, coriander, and you just want to squish it. Just spray up. And now you can just mix it up and then blender. Alright guys, so what we did was we let it, after we added all the ingredients in, we let it simmer on the stove top for a little bit. Now what we have to do is turn the stove off and let it cool down before we blender it, because you know, blending hot liquids can be dangerous. Alright, hey guys, so now after we let it cool down a bit, now we gotta blender it. And as you can see, there's no possible all of this can fit in here. So what we're going to do is do a couple rounds. But, you know, if you have a big enough one, you can just put it in one at a single time. And just to be safe, I'm going to do it over the sink. See if I can get a lot of it in. Yeah. And got our first round. It actually took us one round to do it. So we'll start the blender. That should be good.
Okay, so next step is to add a full stick of butter and melt it down to liquid. After our butter has been melted, we now add back in our blendered sauce. Be careful not to blind yourself with flying bits of sauce and butter. Set that aside now. And finally, it all comes together, and we add in our chicken. Oh, and of course the grease that comes with it. So after we've added in all of our ingredients, we stir this all in together. Looking awful tasty. And then we're going to, I guess, simmer this down some and finish the cooking of the chicken. Okay, so just adding a little bit of coriander leaves, and now we're going to have somebody taste it for us. Okay.
Right, so now we made our finished product, and we'll have my fire. Taste it.
Hi, Sai and James, they did a very good job. They made a good product. I mean, chicken, butter chicken. So now I'm going to taste and I will give you feedback on this. So let me try. This is one of my favorite food. So I will try. It is very nice. It came excellent, very tasty. So the flavor is very nice. Good job, Sai and James. You did a very good job.